Post-game press conference. Coach will start us off with an opening statement. Please raise your hands for questions.
First off, you have to congratulate Georgia. We pushed them a little bit there in the first half. They do what good teams do. They found a way to stop us right there in 2 minutes before the half. We missed a field goal, and then we didn't keep them out of the end zone, so they scored with 9 seconds. It's 2 years in a row they've done that to us. We've got to do a better job managing the clock and keep them where they don't get the ball there at the end. I thought in the first half, offensively we created some explosive plays. I thought Brian done a really good job in the first half. We've done a nice job protecting him. I thought we competed hard running the football. Our skill players, made some nice catches for him out there, made some runs after the catch. For a while there, it was a good back and forth there. Defensively in the first half, we couldn't get them stopped. Some of that had to do with Georgia. Some of it had to do with us. One of the first things you have to do to be a good defensive team is you have to make the other team earn it. And sometimes tonight we didn't make them earn it. We had just a couple of hiccups, and with their quarterback, he's not going to miss them. Okay, you make a mistake, he's going to take advantage of it. And they did that. In the second half, defensively, I felt like we didn't give up as many plays. Some of it might have been because maybe the score in the game, but for a long time there, we're down 12 and then we're down 15 points, and it's a 2-score game, and I think there was 3 opportunities for our offense to cut into that, and I think all but one of them we moved the football a little bit, and we just didn't capitalize. There's lots of things that Brian's going to learn from this game. That will help him moving forward. I thought Jarett made some good throws. Wayne was in there, done a nice job coaching Brian on the sidelines, what a true leader does. So we've got to learn from this, okay, because we did play one of the better teams in the country. And there's lots of plays that we won on. There's more that we lost on. We got to figure out why we lost those plays as a team, as a coaching staff. And figure out how to improve on it. But I did feel like for a while there that was the best total game that we had played for a while, but it still wasn't good enough. And we've got to improve there. But with that, I'll take any questions.
Jimmy,
what led you to start Brian Maurer? And you said he played really well. What were the things that you liked that he did tonight?
Well, he stood in there and he made some throws down the field in the first half. He kind of went through his progressions. He kept his poise, kept his eyes down the field, made some nice throws, and it enabled us to create some explosive plays. It softened them up a little bit so we could run the ball some. There's probably, 8 to 15 plays in the game that he's going to learn from and learn a lot of lessons from. That maybe we had opportunities somewhere else, or maybe he worked the wrong side of the field. That's part of maturing, and it'll be interesting to see moving forward how much he learns from this game and makes adjustments, because that's important to do. You can't make the same mistakes over and over. But I thought that's some of the things that he did.
Patrick and David.
Jeremy, with the pass rush with Rom, it seems like you guys had trouble getting there. There was a lot of 3- and 4-man rushes. Is that part of the game plan to maybe drop more into coverage and try to keep everything in front, or kind of what was the thought process behind trying to get him?
Well, I've coached. This is the 3rd time I've coached against Jake Fromm. It's hard to fool him, even though we did one time and they end up having a false start. But I thought we'd done a nice job mixing it up. Normally, he keeps a clock in his head. In my opinion, it's boom, boom, boom. If it's not there, he'll throw the ball away. I know one time it was 3rd and 5. We dropped 8. That's unusual for us to do that. But they were running mesh routes and crossers, and felt like it was a good call. We made a mistake on the back end because, this normally we take flat players through as a corner and cover 2, but this week we wasn't going to do that, and we made a mistake in the back end when the X ran under. There's nobody in the back half, right? So the backside safety rolled the post, but we changed how we were playing this week, and we made a mistake. He comes back and throws the ball over the top. We ended up giving up 3 points there, which wasn't good. But, you know, sometimes when you're playing against a guy like this, you have to call the game backwards to give yourself an opportunity. Or you got to get up there and guard them, right? So one time we got up there and guarded them, and they threw a 65-yard corner route, right? So if you're going to bring pressure and create one-on-ones, you got to win one-on-ones. We didn't win many one-on-ones tonight, and that's probably, I guess that answered your question.
David, then Austin.
Jeremy, what did Brian do to earn a start today, and how would you describe the impact that he had on the guys around him?
Well, there's lots of things that kind of went into that. You know, sometimes, you know, change, you know, for one, when you put Brian in and you let Jarett come out, it takes a little bit off Jarett. I think Jarett had probably been pressing a little bit. You know, I said before we were going to play Jarett tonight, and Brian kind of got off to a fast start, so we kept him in there. But when Brian come out, Jarett makes a great throw right over the middle there to extend the drive. But we just felt like it gave us the best opportunity moving forward for this game, and I thought it worked well. But with our team, we're so young, okay, and inexperienced at certain positions that we have to go out and we have to practice like a game at least twice a week, okay, to get the right quality of reps. And we have to earn, the players have to earn who plays during that time. And it's what we've tried to do since we've been here.
What about his impact? On the guys around him?
Well, he made some good throws early on. I mean, we had some chances there to put some more points on the board, but I thought he done well for a half. First half was much better than the second, right?
Austin.
I know not the outcome you wanted tonight, but last year you exited this game kind of felt like your team had competed, you know, the way you wanted to compete. What positives do you take out of this game for the rest of the year?
Well, I think this Georgia team's probably a little better than the one this time last year. I think our football team's probably better than this time last year too. You know, we got to learn from it. You know, I mean, hey, nobody's looking for a pat on the back for playing hard, right? You know, I'm not. You know, I think our kids played hard. I don't know. I got to watch the tape. I might be completely wrong, right? But I know there was a lot of straining going on both sides of the ball, and those guys made us strain. You know, they did. So we just we got to learn from our mistakes in this game and improve on it, and I think we will.
Do you feel like the sideline had more juice tonight than before?
I got headsets on. I don't know anything about the juice over there. I'm listening to the coaches.
Jesse, then Blake.
Jeremy, what kind of changed defensively for Georgia in the second half, where they were able to kind of slow down Brian a little bit, especially in that third quarter?
I think well, for one, on the slug, you know, we're moving the ball there. Got a good drive going. We throw the sluggo. When guys come out of the double move, they never really speed back up, right? Brian didn't look the safety off. He throws it out there. Richard makes a good play on it, right? You got to look the safety off, hold him off, and you can't lay it out there that far. It's a different type route. You got to kind of stick it on him, or you don't throw the ball there, right? You don't throw the ball. You know, that's one deal. There's a couple of times that he made some really good reads in the first half, and he stuck the ball on folks that he missed them in the second half. And it might have been just handing the ball off on an RPO. You know, I felt like there's a couple of times we probably missed handing the ball off on the RPO. I thought our O-line played pretty hard. Excuse me. Up front, you know, we get the one penalty. You know, I don't know. I don't know when we quit blowing whistles to end plays in football. You know, I get you're not supposed to block them out of bounds, but I'm proud we're finally playing to a whistle, right? We're finally playing to a whistle and we don't blow one, so we get a 15-yard penalty.
Blake, then Wes.
Jeremy, did Brian show you enough to be the guy next week, or you reopened that?
I'll have to watch film. I don't know. I think Brian competed really hard. I thought Jarett done a nice job when he was in there. It was good for both of them. It was good for our football team moving forward.
And how was Brian physically? I think he took some big hits
he okay physically?
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah.
Wes and then Marshall.
Jeremy, with Jennings, did you know going into the season that he would be this kind of a yak guy, that he would be able to kind of be so hard to get on the ground? Because, he's not kind of a traditionally, one of those speed runner type guys, but he just seems to make plays. Is that something you could tell going into camp, just how tough he would be to bring down?
Jawan really has not been healthy since we've been here. Okay, he's had 2 knee surgeries in the off season, so he's not had a chance to practice a lot of ball when we've been out there going full speed. So all I know about Jawan, from a practice and from playing, is the guy's a competitor. All right, I mean he is an ultimate competitor. He competes every day, and the guy loves the University of Tennessee. All right, and we need more guys like him.
Marshall.
Jeremy, right over here to your right and back. You hit on Jarett being a leader and stepping up. When Brian comes in as quarterback, how did that whole thing take place this week? Jarett, stepping up and being a leader, and do you think that carried over into helping Brian out today? Yeah, absolutely. I could hear Jarett hollering on the sideline. Watch a cat, watch this, watch that. I mean, trying to help him. Jarrett's a team guy. Okay, all right. Jarrett's busted his tail. I've said today that he's had lots of really good practices. I kind of put it like a basketball shooter. If you kind of go cold, you kind of recharge yourself, sit down, watch it a little bit, and come back out there. He comes in on one play, makes a great throw right over the middle. So Jarrett's a guy that will help us win football games down the road. I guarantee you that. Okay, by his attitude and his work ethic.
David.
What all did you kind of see tonight from Maurer in the second half? Do you feel like he was a little bit different? You talked about it a little bit, but did you see much change in him?
Well, we scored 14 points the first half and didn't score any of the second. He threw an interception. We just probably wasn't as clean, right? I mean, until you watch the tape, it's hard to see. That's just kind of the big picture, looking at it.
Trey.
Overall, how do you think your offensive line handled tonight? And at the end of the game, Calvert and Locklear, we're seeing kind of accident going towards the locker room. How's their health going?
I've not had a chance to meet with our trainer yet, so I think they'll both be fine.
How do you think your offensive line played tonight overall in the run game?
I saw them on some folks at times and pushing and straining, and we created some positive runs there. I thought our backs, ran pretty good at times too. But some of it's about opportunity. That's the one thing when you throw RPOs, it's the good and the bad, right? So maybe your offensive line has a chance to do something there, and the quarterback pulls the ball and shoots it out on the perimeter or something like that. So we'll improve with that as we go. Our offensive line continues to improve. We're playing 2 freshmen. Brandon Kennedy hadn't played a whole lot of ball. I think Trey, with the way we're practicing now, is helping him a lot. So, and Riley Locklear's played a lot. I looked out there at the end of the game. I saw Marcus Tatum finishing on people. That's the thing to me. Do we finish? Do we play till the whistle blows? And there's times that we did, and I'm sure there's times that we didn't. I don't know until I watch the tape.
Wes, final question.
Jeremy, trying to explain to some of the players, like this was better, but it's still not good enough. Is that a tough thing to explain to kids that you're trying to coach them and get them to say, hey, this was good, but you still got to do more. This was better.
Our number one goal is to win every game. Every game that we play, that's our number one goal. All right. We don't walk out there and say, I hope we play good tonight, or I hope we play them good for the first half or this. Our goal is to find a way to win every game. And that's the bottom line. And that will always be our goal until we start doing that around here. We're not going to stop. That's what we got to be. That's got to be the expectations. And so, hey, our kids hurt. Okay, they put a lot into it. But Georgia made more plays than we did. They probably done a better job coaching than we did. It all goes into that, right? It all starts at the top and rolls down. So we'll go back, look at the film, and see what we need to do to improve. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you.